Okay.
Here we go. All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our meeting tonight. I'm so glad you're all here. Tonight, we are going to touch on really a couple announcements and then really helping our customers and really focusing on helping others. And I think it's really easy in this business to get caught up in Success Club points or Success Club trips or, paychecks, rank, all these different things, when really the whole reason why we're all here is to help other people. You have to think about why you started initially, whether it was to build a business or maybe it was just to lose 10 pounds or 50 pounds, whatever the reason was. Or it was just to purely get in it to, help share all the products. Whatever reason it was, it all has to do with helping us all on this journey and helping ourselves, helping other people. But tonight we really wanted to take the focus on helping our customers and having happy customers. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Tina and I put together this little makeshift PowerPoint again. I'm not very good at these PowerPoints yet. I'm getting there, I guess. Okay.
I thought it looked great.
Oh, thank you. So I am just going to start. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just keep it in this mode if that's good for everybody. You know what? Let me just mute. Okay, that was me. Okay. I muted you guys. You can unmute yourselves if you want to say anything. Okay. So first, I just wanted to go over some announcements. We have our August challenge packs. As you can see at the bottom, all the popular ones are on sale this month. That's pretty awesome. And I believe they're all $140. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's great. So don't just focus on just Country Heat, but, because that is the big one for this month. But you could focus on any of these programs, and they go through October. So it's pretty cool. You have that to offer people. Also, I want to talk about Team Cup for just a second. I think, most of us are on Team Cup teams. August can be a really exciting month because we're going into fall. So really promote that, let's see, skinny jeans are coming up. Wouldn't you like to fit in your skinny jeans this fall? Or, want to be the one hiding in the background of pictures from, starting school. And then after school comes the holidays. So there's a lot of exciting events that happen. So Team Cup is really a way for you to help motivate each other. And if you're on teams, try to talk to your other team members about ideas that maybe might be working for them. So that's the whole point of that Team Cup, to kind of challenge each other. And then sneak peek into coaching. I was thinking about just doing like a 3-day event type thing where we upload videos like how we used to do it, just like the sneak peek. And that's what I was going to do for the second half of the month. My goal is to do 2 coaching events a month from this point on. I don't know how well that'll work in September since I'm due to have this little baby, but that's my goal, long-term goal. So I did the coaching call last week, and then I'm hoping, I'm so sorry, I didn't even look at my calendar before I did this, but I think it's the end of next week that I wanted to do the 3-day preview. And again, it's just like a sneak peek where I want it to be an event where you can just kind of mass invite people. I mean, seriously, just get people in the event. Then they have access to whatever we put up. It's their choice to look at it or not. You can private message certain people, obviously, to let them know what's going on. But I feel like the more you just put yourself out there and the more events you do, the more people are going to think you're like legit and take you seriously. because almost 2 years into the business, I'm just getting comfortable with these coaching events. And I'm realizing that I had one person on my coaching call last week, but I did it and I'm going to keep doing it. And that's what the important thing is the consistency. So, I'll give you a little bit more information about that kind of once I figured out. Sorry, tonight's been crazy. And then the other thing is the Country Heat Test Group is going on right now. I don't know if you guys are on it, but it's awesome. Like, there is a lot of participation already. It's only the second day. People are posting their pictures, videos. It's just great. So if you have anybody to add, go ahead and add them. If you want to add yourself just to be a part of it, you can do that too. Also, another announcement is the new product catalogs available on in the back office. So that's in the under the news part when you go onto your Coach Online office. You can press that and it says something about the new product catalog, and you can look through that. I know, I find myself guilty of only promoting one or two of the programs because they end up being my favorite. And earlier before the call, we were talking about what's in Shakeology, and, sometimes we forget what's in it, which one's gluten-free, which one's not. Are they gluten-free? Whatever, which one's dairy-free. It's important for us to know our products. I know that's one of my goals for this year is to kind of learn everything that's out there because there's so much out there. And obviously we're not a one-size-fits-all company. We have things for everybody. So those are my big announcements. Tina, do you have anything to add? No?
Okay, I was like, where is it, my mute button? There was something I wanted to say earlier, and I can't recall what it was, but I think that you summed it all up perfectly. Oh, yes, I know what it was. I actually was going on there. I was looking on my links because I have a couple people reaching out to me because of what I'm going to talk about next with the Beachbody Health Bet. But it also looks like Body Beast is on a massive sale. Looks like they've dropped the price to $140 for the challenge pack. So
okay.
I'll
have to add that on.
Yeah, well, and it doesn't actually even say, when I'm looking at if you guys do the Beachbody links, you can't even see that, but it's like an app. And I just use the links and I send them from there. And I went on there, and there's so many right now that are only $140. And honestly, it looks like the only ones that aren't are well, no, there's quite a few that aren't. Forget it. But anyway, Body Beast is also $140 for both the Performance Challenge Pack and the Shakeology Challenge Pack.
Awesome. Okay, that's good to know too. Yeah, so definitely, look at the links as well. Just kind of update yourself on what's going on there. The other thing I wanted to mention is that, I really feel like we went to Super Saturday last weekend or 2 weekends ago. And, a big thing is riding the wave of change. I feel like they're talking about, you kind of have to get on board because this business is always changing. And I really feel like Beachbody On Demand is kind of where it's at. I feel like we all have to get comfortable with using that and being comfortable with everything new that's coming out because there's new things on there that I don't even know about. But the one thing that I thought was really cool was this 3-week yoga retreat. So if you have friends that are total yogis and they're like, oh, I just go to yoga, you can offer them this. Or somebody, it did say that it was yoga for beginners when I was looking it up. Or somebody who's scared of yoga or doesn't even know where to start. It's 21 different classes for 3 weeks, and you just have to be a member of Beachbody On Demand, and that's coming in September. It said each one of them is 30 minutes or less, so that's nice. And for more information, and I just wanted to make sure everybody knows, there is a fact and answer and question page for everything. So if you have questions on things, make sure you go to the FAQ first before you talk to your upline. Not that your upline doesn't want to answer your questions. It's just that I always feel if you can go look it up yourself, you're going to remember it better than if somebody tells you. So try to do that first. But this is the FAQ number for the yoga retreat. So that's coming in September. So that should be pretty awesome. And then Tina's going to talk to you guys about the health bet, which I don't know that much about either. I'm guilty. So I'm super excited to hear this.
Okay. I actually just wanted to piggyback. Okay. So one little thing I wanted to mention about that 3-week yoga retreat is that they talked about this in detail at Summit. And the great thing about it is Carl Deichler wanted to take all of that like hokey stuff, like all the candles and the music and like that uncomfortable stuff that really steers people away from typically joining yoga, people that are a little intimidated by it. So the way it's done is it's like just a completely white background. It's just completely fresh. There's nothing going on with candles or anything. And basically they even did extensive training on this where they blindfolded people and they listened to the audio cues from the instructors. So they spent a lot of time going over all these videos. So, if you've tried to do a yoga video or tried to do a program where you're down on the ground doing crunches and you're trying to look up at the TV, or, you're doing a plank and you can't look up, like that's why they did that. Because when you're doing yoga, you're in very awkward poses and then you're trying to crane your neck to look at the television. It doesn't really happen very well. So I'm really excited about it because I think it's going to help a lot of people that have been intimidated by it. But I just wanted to put that out there too. So it's really supposed to be very basic and easy to follow along with. Okay, so I will hop on to the health bet information. So this is pretty cool. I'm really excited. What Beachbody's doing, they're putting $1 million into the pot to start with. And for every challenge pack that is sold between, I believe it's July 27th and August 31st, they're going to put $5 towards the pot. So they're going to max it out at $3 million in order to, so you don't have to buy into this at all. You're just going to do it through the Challenge Tracker app. You have to download it and get all your customers to download it. And then I forget how you actually even join. They changed their requirements for how to join a challenge group. I can't remember what they are. But you no longer have like a special code. You could just like sign in to the challenge group. But basically you have to track your progress. So you have to do 5 shakes a week with a photo. So the photo can be, you could be drinking it, you could be making it, or it could be you or a picture of it. One of those 3 kinds of pictures. And then you do have to do a Beachbody workout, but you only have to do 3 and you have to log them all. They all have to be logged in by midnight of the last day of the week. They actually in the FAQs list the weeks, but I'm assuming it's till that Sunday. I didn't look at the exact dates. Oh, there it is. Workouts by 11:59 p.m. on the last day of each contest week. So they actually have the dates split up for you so you know what it is each week so that you qualify properly. And then everybody who actually does follow through with it and they really do log in all their shakes and all their workouts for the 4 weeks, they're guaranteed money. They will get it. So they'll break it up evenly, and coaches will get their money within 4 to 6 weeks, and then customers get it within like 6 to 8 weeks. And yes, only 3 workouts a week. That's all it is. So 5 shakes and 3 workouts. And I was saying, and I did my own little video today, but all the programs really are like 5 to 6 days a week, but you only have to log in the 3. I don't know what's on the next slide. Oh, okay. So anyway, that's all the stuff about the health bet. Does anybody have any questions about it? No? Okay. I'm pumped. I'm gonna win some money because I feel like people are not gonna, 70% of people quit. And not that I want anybody to quit. It's gonna sound terrible, but guys, we could make a good chunk of change, I'm hoping. That made me sound like a terrible person. It's not about me. But I think it'd be really fun if we could win some money. Anyway, going into helping others, that's a great segue. Let's help other people. So I wanted to talk about sharing and not selling. So we see a lot of posts from other coaches. I don't like to follow a lot of other coaches because sometimes it can stray me from what my main goal is and what I want to do. And I look at other coaches and I see what they're doing, and it might be working for them, but it won't work for me. And I do see a lot of other coaches selling, and I don't necessarily think that's working for them either. I really want people to stray from posting consistently like this is on sale or that's on sale, or just talking about what's on sale, or even not even necessarily that, but if you're going to use Autumn Calabrese, and just put pictures of Autumn up, like it's not going to work for you because you are not Autumn and people don't want Autumn, they want you. So it's important to talk about your own specific journey, because you're going to reach out and relate to someone that you don't even realize is watching you, but you're talking about the stuff that's going on in your life, and you're talking about the programs that you're doing and what you're eating, or just whatever. Like, doesn't even have to always be fitness stuff, like just whatever's going on in your life with your pets, your kids, whatever. But if we share that kind of stuff, we're going to really reach out to people and connect with them better on a more personal level. So when you do find someone that needs help, like I've been like messaging people like bananas, but what you really want to do is find out what they really need. Okay, do they need a program? Do they need like a meal replacement? Do they actually need Shakeology? Do they not have support from their spouse? Are they just lacking motivation right now? Are they going through a depression? Have they just had a kid? Do they just not know what to do and feel completely lost in the gym? Just ask a lot of questions to figure out what it is that they really need. And then once you really find out what's going on from them, then you can really give them some help. You can actually make some suggestions and offer them some information. And maybe it is just a program that they need. Maybe it's just a free membership. So I've been doing that a lot with people. And I did do, when I was on vacation, like I did do this huge week of like Beachbody on Demand, which is funny, like before Carl announced all that stuff, but I was really promoting that and focusing on the free memberships. And I have actually added a lot of people into my own, I just have a challenge group. I'm the only coach in it. So everyone is like my customer, and a lot of them are free, but they've started buying stuff. They've started buying shakes. They've started buying programs. I'm seeing my volume go up just from doing that. Because sometimes they just want that extra support. And sometimes that's really the main thing that they want. And they may not even like really trust you. If you've dried up your warm market and they're strangers, really just invite them to your challenge group and see if it's even a good fit for you and them. If you don't like them, you don't have to have them in your group, to be honest with you. Like, don't feel like you have to, if there's someone that's rubbing you the wrong way, or they're not really a good person to have in the group, or they're just not really mentally there yet, you don't have to have them in there. But going back to, what are their goals and why are their goals? I wanted to mention this. I heard a coach say it, and I can't remember who it was, but a lot of people you'll reach out to and they'll say, well, I want to lose 25 pounds. I want to be back to 135. That was, a really good weight for me. And a lot of times that goal weight is really just linked to a time in their past when they were happy, or it was just linked to an emotion that they had, and they want that number on the scale. And I think it's important to really teach people that this is more about a lifestyle change. And I hate the scale. I think it's a struggle that I'm personally having with so many people. All they keep telling me is they want to lose 50 pounds and feel good and get flat abs. And like, it's trying to get people mentally in the right space of, it's not just losing weight and getting flat abs. It's like a whole lot more than that. And really helping them to learn that. So I think once we do that, we are more successful. And also I really stress personal develop with them. I stress it in my groups, not like people are doing it with me, but they're starting to inquire about it, because every day I say I do personal development. I document that in my challenge groups. And so the last thing I was going to say is I get super stressed out every month with challenge pack sales. I get super stressed with Success Club. But here's the deal. I think that when you lead with your heart and you genuinely do that, you are going to hit Success Club. People know when you're being real, and they know when you're not. And I know when I've been real, and I know when I haven't been real. And when in the back of my head, all I'm thinking is I need to sell this challenge pack. I'm really going to say you should really try Shakeology with it. I don't sell it because I feel like I'm trying to convince them. But when I know that it's a person who genuinely needs it and they could really benefit from it, I sell a challenge pack. So I hate to say this as a coach, but it's true. I don't want people focusing so much on challenge pack sales because I feel like that's where we get into the selling. And, you may not agree with me or, we all have our own opinions on it, but I personally feel like when I focus on those numbers, I don't do as well. But when I focus on just leading from my heart, I do a lot better. So that's all I really want to say on that whole thing, helping others versus, sharing and not selling.
Well, thanks, Tina. I think that is all true, like 100%. And I'm a pure example of somebody who doesn't hit Success Club every month. I'd hate to say that because I want to be your leader and I want to be the one to say it's a non-negotiable. I love all that. I think that's great. And it does keep me motivated from a business aspect, and it does keep me going. But I definitely agree 100%. Every time I focus on, I've got to sell this, and I get stressed out because it's the last week of the month and I haven't hit Success Club, I never hit it. I never hit it because I'm not thinking of others first. I'm thinking of myself. So I definitely feel like, I don't know, I've had maybe 4 people by Country Heat who they just wanted to do a dance program. They had no interest in doing the shakes at all. Or people who maybe had their own shakes that they're doing. And I was cool with that. I was like, sure. And, so I'm not hitting, I don't have Success Club yet, but, I've been helping people and I've got people in the challenge group and that feels really good. And that they are texting me saying, oh my God, that was so much fun. I just got done day 2 of Country Heat and that was awesome. So it's really cool to get those text messages again. And then the last thing, I just want to run over a couple things that I do with my challengers to help keep them happy, kind of piggybacking on it's not about us, it really is about them. Just some keys to think about, and I actually put some of the scripts that I use. It's when somebody is going to purchase a challenge pack, it is really in their best interest to get them to sign up as a coach, because whether or not they end up ordering Shakeology the next month, but if they do, they will have the discount. So you definitely need to give them that option. And I know in the beginning when I was coaching, I didn't do that at all. I would just say, oh, great, they're going to sign up with the challenge pack. Great. And I never even offered the discount option at that time because I didn't want to overwhelm them. And I thought that I'd lose the sale. But I'm learning that most of the time people are investing that money, they're going to stick with it. You have your people who don't, but this is a message that I send to them. Sometimes I tailor it a little bit. Of course, that's my link. But it works out the best for the customer and it works out the best for you too, because that's how you're going to earn residual income is with your repeat customers. So, to talk a little bit about the business side of things, it's a really great way to go. Having them sign up, on the Home Direct. And then what the other thing I do is if they don't end up signing up at the time of order, 1 week before their order is due, I send them a message very similar to the one I put here. I'm not going to read it all out for you guys, but basically it's just giving them the breakdown. And it's just a simple message that I send out letting them know that they don't have to be a coach. It's just really for the discount, but I let them know that it is going to be the $16 monthly charge and it's not just $99 a month because they are going to have that business fee too. So make sure you're including that when you're talking to them about becoming coaches. But that's one way. You're checking in with your challengers, trying to keep them happy, letting them know that, they are going to be receiving another order. I did read, and I don't know if anybody else read this in the back office, but they are going to start sending out emails before people's Shakeology comes, which I think is great because it takes a lot of pressure off of us to remind them. And, of course, in the back of our head, we all fear, oh God, are they going to cancel when they get that email? But at the same time, it's great for them because then they know that they can change their order if they want to try a different flavor. But I think it's also good for us to kind of know too when their orders are going to come in so that if they're not already discount coaches, that you can send that email as well. And then other ways to help keep your customers happy is when you have somebody who's ready to order, walk them through the ordering process if you can get them on the phone or, online, however it works for you. Because our website is very overwhelming and it can be very confusing and people get lost in all the products. I like to send people direct links, whether it's through the Coach mobile app, BB Links, Coaching Codes, Fit Simple. And when I have somebody on the phone, it's honestly the best way that I know that they did it correctly and that they're doing it correctly. And then right after they order, I send a welcome email. And in that welcome email that I sent, I can post I'll post that welcome email right up on our page for you guys that I send out. I'm sure you have your own, but I like to include that I'm a busy mom and, but these are my business hours. I'll tailor it to like whatever, if they ordered Shakeology, I'll tailor to a recipe. And then I'll put the link to my challenge group that I have going on and a link to my like page. That way they can follow me for motivation because not all my customers want to be in a challenge group. So I'm sure you guys have experienced that. Some of them want to do programs on their own. Some of them maybe just ordered equipment, didn't even order anything else. But I'm always sending anybody who orders anything a welcome email. And then I automatically add them to whatever challenge group I have going on. Even if it's in the middle of the month, I want them to see what's going on and I welcome them in that challenge group. So I say, hey, everybody, welcome, Kim. I'm so excited that you've joined. Here's our accountability group. Feel free to follow along for the rest of the month, if it's the middle of the month and they want to start in the next month. But at least this way, they feel like they're a part of something right away. And then continual follow-up. I send a weekly checkup, a weekly email to my challengers. I'm not quite sure what everybody else does, but I just do like weekly check-ins with questions. What were your goals for this week? Anything you would like to work on? Anything, what went well? What could have gone better? I remind them to send me their measurements. Not everybody does that, but at least they know I am going to be sending them that email every single week. And I'll be honest, I send a blanket email unless I have something in particular to say to somebody. I just blind CC everybody in my challenge group and I send them those weekly updates. Now, the big thing is when they write me back. And then it gets personal because then they write me back and I always write them back afterwards saying, that's so awesome, way to go, and get personal with them. But I mean, to be honest, when I have like 25 or 30 people in my challenge group and 7 of them are participating every day, those are the people that are going to get my attention. So it's the same thing with our coaches, the people who are participating and asking you questions and engaging with you. Those are the people you're going to put your time into. And I fully believe that that's, what we need to do. Some people, you need to reach out to, but they know every week that they're going to get that. And then I also send to all of my customers in my back office a monthly email where I share my next challenge group link, talk about upcoming promotions, and any sort of specials or anything that's going on because they're not looking at the webpage even though they're Team Beachbody members, so it's important for them to know that you still care about them. Even if they ordered something from you, 2 years ago, that email goes to all my customers every single And then the last thing is, recognizing and, people getting results and referrals. So definitely want to recognize all your challengers and all your customers who are participating. So like I said, if somebody's doing an awesome job in your challenge group, make sure you're recognizing them in that challenge group. I've been giving out prizes in my last 4 challenge groups. Like I gave like a $50 Athleta card to the top participants. I've done, this month I gave out a Country Heat to the winner of the participant prize. So I've been doing that, and I can post my point system for you guys, and I have them hold themselves accountable. So they send me their points every single week, the people who are participating, and I found that I have more engagement since I've been offering these prizes every month. And they've been pretty good prizes. Like it's, $50 is pretty nice. And then the other thing is ask your customers for referrals. Tell them that, that is the biggest compliment that they could give you, is to refer you to a friend. Because really it is, when they're talking about, how great their challenge group is, or I recently have a girl that loves the challenge groups and keeps adding her friends to it. And sometimes that's been worse for me than it's benefited me, but that's all right in any event. She just thinks that it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. So she keeps telling all of her friends about it. And that's a huge compliment, that she feels confident enough in these groups to tell her friends to join it. So, but don't be afraid to ask people for referrals at all. So I always definitely put that up in the group. But I'm going to end the call now because there's only less than a minute, which is why I sped through all that. But if you guys do have any questions at all, please email me or Tina about anything. So I hope you guys have a really great week. And thanks for being on. Okay. Here we are. Okay. Bye, guys.